introduce the resource person now. This session was presided by Dr.C.Thanavathi, MA, MD, MPhil, SET, and PhD. She is working as an assistant professor in the Department of History, VOC College of Education, Thuthukudi. While I am viewing her profile, it is very uh, enormous to see her achievements and awards. Professional ML and 6 MPhil scholars. Also, she has completed the 2 major research projects funded by ICSSR and NCERT ERIC in the area of social and digital media. Also, she has published 44 research articles and 15 books in their respective fields. Apart from, she received 17 awards at national and international level, and she holds lifetime memberships in various academics. So apart from the academic side, she conducted NetSet coaching classes and quiz programs. Also, she acted as the SPSS tutor. Then she was also the placement officer and the member of the RAC. Okay, now let us begin the session. I handed over the session to Dr.C.Thanavathi ma'am. Okay, please ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Good morning, all of you.
Okay, yes. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, all of you. Teaching methods. So many innovative teaching methods are there. In my topic today, topic is active learning methods in teaching. Active learning methods in teaching. I start a quotation from Swami Vivekananda. Do one thing at a time, and while doing it, put your whole soul into it to the exclusion of all else. It's a famous quotation from Swami Vivekananda. The objective of this session. At the end of the session, the participants shall be able to state the meaning of active learning, explain the need for active learning, describe the different types of active learning methods, provide hands-on experience in active learning through group tasks. So now first I will define and explain the concept of active learning methods. Then I will list out the active learning methods. Few activities I will going to conduct, 1 or 2 activity in the method of active learning. I request you all to participate in that activity. So it become a more independent and self-directed learner. It become a team player, have a creative mindset, stay calm and rational during academic stress, enhance learning, language sharing and presentation skills. It understands the importance of arguments and ideas. This is the main concept I am going to conduct this session. First, I request you all, please share your views on the effective methods that your college teachers taught you. The effective methods that your college teachers taught you. Can anyone please share your views during your college days, your teachers? What are the methods they contact you to you while you are teaching and learning? Can anybody? You can say, otherwise put it in the chat box. Any of the effective methods, do you remember?
Activity based.
Sir?
Activity based. For example, if you want to explain one concept.
Activity based method.
Okay. Ask them the student to display something, activity based learning.
Activity based learning. Display some things. Display any activities. So activity based learning. Okay, very good. Any others? Any other effective methods? Any other? Not only that active learning, the different methods. Do you remember during your college days? Not only the lecture methods, other than that, this Okay. Now, state some ways you learn best now as a faculty. Some ways you learn best now as a faculty now. What are the ways you are following for your learning or teaching? Anybody else as a teacher? As a teacher, what are the ways you are following nowadays for while you are learning or teaching? What are the ways? Can anybody? இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு ஆசிரியரா உங்களுடைய லேர்னிங் அண்ட் டீச்சிங்ல என்னென்ன மெத்தட்ஸ் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி ஆர் யூ ஆர் ஃபாலோயிங்? What kind of methods or strategy? Sir, anyone put it in the chat box? No. Okay. So nowadays teaching has become very tough.
Madam, after, for example, after
Sir, voice is not audible to me. Anybody else? Project method. Ambika said project method. Okay, thank you. Okay. Teaching has become very tough nowadays because we are unable to manage the classroom. So find the difference between these two classrooms. I request you all to find the difference between these two classrooms. First, I play this video to you. The Indian college classroom. It's audible to you, the video? Not the music or playing. It's the Indian classroom. Okay. This is the classroom of Indian college. So now I am playing the inside active learning classrooms.
realized, wow, this is really cool. This isn't like any classroom I've ever had before.
When the students first walk into this classroom, it sends the message right away that this is not business as usual. You walk in and there are these beautiful round tables, and you instantly become part of a team, and you start to be responsible to one another in that team to bring what you've learned and to teach one another.
If you found something, you could show it to everyone else in the class.
If I see something interesting on one of these screens, I can send it to everybody's screen. And so we're able to do peer evaluation of one another's work right on the fly.
There was 8 of us at a table, and you were with them every day, and so by the end of the semester, you were really close with those 8 people, and it was great for interacting with them.
I think the coursework we covered in this class was probably a little more challenging than in most classes, but the classroom definitely facilitated a much easier way to get everything done.
We call this a concept laboratory instead of a lecture, and I look at it as a place where students bring what they know, what they already know, what they've learned from the textbook, and they learn how to use that to build new ideas, build new connections, build applications.
One of the biggest aspects of this course was teamwork. And I think I probably learned the most from my peers, just like bouncing ideas off of each other and giving each other feedback.
If you ever had a question, it was so easy to just turn and ask the person sitting next to you. It was a lot more friendly and open in this classroom than a normal classroom, so it was a lot easier to ask your peers for help.
We all came into this classroom, we were mostly freshmen, didn't really know anybody, and by the end of the semester I felt like I knew the people at my table better than I knew anyone else.
That whole feeling that when you can walk into a science classroom and there's this immediate sense of community is quite special.
The professor can, walk around and get to each table and make sure that they interact with all the students.
We're in here, I'd always be talking with the professor, asking questions, getting feedback right away.
I would come over and interact with small groups of students rather than trying to present some information to large groups of students. And it surprised me how easy that was to do and how amazingly wonderful the students were. The kinds of solutions they came up with were astonishing. I was inspired and really awed by the quality of the conversations they were having. So I think it helped me really.
Okay. Can anybody say the difference between these kind of 2 different classrooms? What is the difference of in this normal classroom and the active classroom? Can anybody say the difference? So that is uninterested and inactive teaching pave way for disturbance in the classroom. That's the uninterested and inactive teaching pave way for the disturbance in the classroom. So we make more interested, the class will be inactive. Active learning and motivate them, give more opportunities to learn. That will be the effective in the classroom. Okay, so students indulge in other activities than listening the teacher. So while disturbing the students in our teaching, they do some other activities. If our teaching is not active means they will do some other activities. So in that time, the teacher got very angry. Should this be the reaction of the teacher while disturbing the class, students disturbing our class, we get more emotions.
คนหนึ่งสามารถเข้าถึงประชาชนได้ทุกจุดนะคะไม่ว่าจะอยู่ต่างจังหวัดหรือว่าที่ใดในกรุงเทพหรือต่างจังหวัดเราก็สามารถรับฟังวิทยุได้ราคาถูกสร้างความสนุกสนานเพลิดเพลินเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวนี้ดีเจจะทำหน้าที่ให้เราเนี่ยได้อยากฟังวิทยุมากขึ้นผู้รับได้อย่างรวดเร็วหมายความว่าไงหมายความว่า
See the reaction of the teacher. They teaching, but the students talking in the phone. So this is the reaction of the teacher. We get more emotions because we planned very well while the teaching. We prepared the teaching more than hours, but the students are not listening in our class. They doing other activities, means we get more emotions. We in the disturbance, while disturbing the students, we don't get react. We never react, just respond to the students. Just respond, never react. My dear teachers, please follow this rule. Just respond the students activities, never react. When we have poor emotional excellence, we will invite more troubles. That will affect ourselves only, our teaching and our physical and mental, etc. That will be affected. So we must balance our emotions, and we must plan our teaching is very effective. So for that we need to follow some other activities. So teachers who have respectful image among students manage their class easily. We create a respectable image among the students. How will we create this image? So in our teaching, there are 3 levels of teaching and learning. We remember, we mind in these levels. There are 3 levels: memory level, understanding level, and reflective level. These are the 3 basic levels of teaching and learning. There are 3 kinds of students in our classrooms. We must follow this level among the students. What does it mean to learn think, to learn read, to learn write, to learn do, to learn share, to learn compromise for further learning? How to think, how to read, how to write, how to do, how to share, and how to compromise for future and further learning. We should create the opportunities. So then what is active learning? Active learning means provides opportunities for the learners to meaningfully talk. We should create the opportunity to listen and to read, to write, and give opportunity to reflect on the content, ideas, issues, and concerns of an academic subject. Give opportunity to share their feelings, ideas. Give opportunity to compromise for further learning. This is the active learning. So it allows the learners answer questions, formulate questions of their own, how to ask questions, how to discuss, explain, debate, brainstorm, and solve problems during class. When the learners do this, we allow this, that is active learning. Allow them to discuss, allow them to explain, allow to them ask questions, debate, and solve problems during the class. When active learning takes place, it plays when learners do something besides listening. After our lecture, allow them to do something based on our lecturing, based on their what they listen. That is will effective in that active learning. In a research, statistics show, we know human attention is dwindling. See that their average human attention span is very less. So compare than the goldfish. The goldfish attention span is 9 seconds, but the human attention span is 8 seconds only. It's very less compared than the goldfish. They are deviating, not listening more than 10 minutes. They will deviate from that class. So then what is the importance of active learning means? The amount of information of retained by students declines substantially after 10 minutes of listening, said by Thomas in the year 1972. So students need to be physically and mentally involved in class activities to learn. We give more opportunity to involve their physical and mental. Give activities to their physical body and mental level. For that we need active learning, not only the physics, they listening, they nodding the head, writing the notes in their notes. That is not physical activity. Do something, encourage them, do something and participate in mentally. Give opportunity to participate them. The famous quotation of Confucius, I see, I forget, I hear and I remember, I do and I understand. When I see and I forget, when I hear and I remember, when I do the activity and I understand. This is the famous quotation of Confucius. And see the cone of experience, Edgar Tales cone of experience. People generally remember the learning activities of 10% of what they read. 10% of remembrance only they have what they read. 20% of remembrance their learning activities what they hear. 30% of remembrance what they see. 50% of remembrance what they see and hear. 70% of remembrance their learning activities what they say and write. 90% of remember their learning activities of what they do, the real thing. The percentage will increase while we conduct the learning activity. Give the experience to them, to stimulate them, to design or give activity that will be give more. We expect the learning activities from these kind of activities. See the levels. This is memory level, read and hear. Understanding level, so what they see and hear, that will the levels of understanding. The reflective level give more learning outcomes from the students. So we concentrate on this reflective level of learning, that is active learning. This is the difference between passive learning and active learning. The memory level and understanding level is passive learning. When we give activities, we reach the reflective level. We expect more learning outcomes from this active learning. We give more opportunity to do the learners, do the activity while in the classroom teaching. What is the purpose of active learning? It increases learners' participation. It increases learners' engagement. It increases retention. Hello? Anyone want to say anything? Excuse me? Yes.
No, ma'am, you carry on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
The purpose of active learning methods to increase retention, more ownership in learning, less lecturing by facilitators, more exciting classroom experience, give more excitement. So it increase in retention. What we'll do, what are the new activity we are going to today, we give the retention. It encourage higher order thinking skills. So for that purpose, we adopt, we follow learning active learning strategy. So group tasks. Now we are going to see the list of active learning methods, selected methods, and also we are going to see some do some activity. Active learning methods. Here I list out 10 learning 10 active learning methods. Think, pair and share, round table brainstorming, circular questioning, 1 minute paper, jigsaw method, concept mapping, students resource, collaborative writing, peer teaching, and team quizzes. Here I list out a few active methods only. N number of active learning methods are there. We see one by one. Think, pair and share strategy. It's an excellent and powerful strategy. It's a cooperative learning technique that encourages individual participation and is applicable across all grade levels and class sizes. Learners think through questions using 3 distinct steps. The first one, think, pair and share. Think, pair and share. The steps of this method, this strategy. First, decide on how to organize learners into pairs in the classroom. We first divide the learners into pairs. Pose a discussion topic or a question. Give the question or topic to the pair. How many pairs are there? We give that questions to them. Give learners at least 1 to 2 minutes to think on their own. Think time. Think about that topic, particular topic given by the facilitator. Ask learners to pair with the partner and share their thinking about that topic. Allow them to discuss about the topic with their partner, with their pair. Call on a few learners from the pair to share their ideas with the rest of the class. From the pair, we call them any one person and share their views among to all what they discussed about that topic. This is the procedure to conduct think, pair and share method. In that, while during this activity, they can prepare this kind of chart, think, pair and share chart. So in the first column, they write the questions. The second, what I thought, and then what my partner thought about the topic. Then the fourth column, they will write what will share to others. So first, they write about their concept, the next their partner concept, and third column, write the both concept. So on a particular topic, they get ideas from their pair and discuss about that to others. We got more insights from our pair. This is the one kind of active method. Then second, round table brainstorming. The purpose of this strategy, generate as many answers to the question as possible. As possible, how many answers we produce a single question. It involves taking turns and having teammates contribute one answer at a time. The steps of this strategy, listen to the question and think about all the answers that might be appropriate. Give time to think. Then third, write one answer on a piece of paper while saying it out loud. What they listen, what they think. Then write the answer to that question in a paper. Then pass it that paper to the teammate on your left. The next person, you pass that paper. Then they listen to the one answer that each of your teammates will write. what they written, what they said. Then they write their additional answer to that one questions mentioned the next paper. Next time after paper comes to you, write additional answer what they missed. We read all the answers and we write another answer to that questions. This procedure will continue next to the others. Listening to the additional answer from your teammates, what they written, what they not written. We will continue these procedures, these steps until the time is up. So a single questions we get more answers, we write more answer from others and ourselves. This is round table brainstorming. This is a second strategy. Then third strategy is circular questioning. We divide the learners into two groups. In our class, we divide the groups into two. Each member of the group asks a question to another group member who briefly answer the questions. The exercise is complete when everyone has asked a question. So one group is asking the question to another group, the another group will ask the question to this group. This will be continued when all the persons are asking the questions. The facilitator can wrap up the session by summarizing questions asked and responses. They record all the questions and answers asked by the learners. This is circular questioning method. Then fourth method is 1 minute paper method. Now this task group going to conducting to you all. What I learned today. 1 minute papers. You are all of you going to take a paper or write it in the chat box, or you can say, please take a minute to respond to the following questions. Here I put it in 4 questions to you. Here's what I learned in today's lecture. This is the strategy for you. An example. You can make questions to the learners based on your topic. Here are some questions I still have. What are the questions you have to ask? Here are some things I don't even understand well enough to ask about. Other comments or suggestions. Can anyone say 1 minute papers? Then you can write it in the chat box, or you can say loudly to me. What I learned in today's lecture. Do you have any questions for asking? Do you feel something, don't understand the concept, or any other comments and suggestions? Dear participants, do you have? We move to the next strategy, active learning strategy, active learning method, jigsaw method. It's also very interesting method, jigsaw method. Number the students as 1, 2, 3, 4. How many groups you want to divide them, you can do. Group them as group 1, 2, 3, 4. Group the learners. Each containing students number 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. How many groups you are going to follow that? Break an assignment topic into 4 parts or subtopics. Assign part 1 to the students numbered as 1 and part 2 to the numbered students numbered as 2, and so on. First we divide the groups and we assign the topic to them. All the students will read, glean key ideas and become familiar with their topics. We allow them to read and prepare their ideas. Students of same number will meet as a team. So in a group they have 1, 2, 3, 4 group. We have 4 groups. In the group 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. are having. So we call them in every group number 1. Then we call the as team 1. Then team 2, we call the 2 numbers in each group. Then team 3, we call number 3 2 from each group. So in that likewise, we divide the teams and allow them to discuss their subtopic and arrive at a consensus about the subtopic. Students return their home group with the information about their subtopic and share the same with the other member of their home team. This facilitates all the students to gain knowledge about the whole topic. So in a group, 4 number of the students are there. We assign the 4 topics to them. So each one discussed with their team, and the team members will return back to their home team, home group. They discuss with other members what they discuss with their team about that topic. So all the group members are gain knowledge about the whole topic. This is the example of group tasks, a topic which I given to them. Reforms to improve. Example of the topic, reforms to improve engineering education in education. We follow the subtopic on this, under this topic. So first topic, reforms in the selection of students. Second, reforms in improving the content or syllabus. Third subtopic, reforms in the delivery of contents, teaching, learning methods, strategy. Then fourth, reforms in assessment and evaluations. Subtopic 5, reforms in community practice. So each topic we divided into subtopics and give it to them, each group members. Allow them to discuss with their team members, then get back to their home team and discuss about what they discussed. See the pictures. First stage, home team with key ideas of topics of the assignments in mixed group A, B, C, D. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. Then second stage, expert team with shared compiled information about the assignment. We called every 1 number of students. It's called as team 1. 2 number as called team 2. 3 as called team 3. 4 number is called team 4. They discuss about the same topic here. Then last, third, final stage, the home team with holistic information about the assignment. They, after discussing the topic, they return back to the home team and discuss about what they discussed with their team members. In this like way, they all understand, gain knowledge about the whole topic. This is the jigsaw method. We can follow that. The next strategy, active learning method, is concept mapping. We allow them to prepare the concept map. So here the example of cup of tea. So preparing, how we'll make this cup of tea, contains hot water, coffee beans, naturally have caffeine. When we can it's remove or not. If increase the caffeine means we affect mental alertness. If inhibits, it allow them sleep. In this like way, we give a topic to the learners and prepare concept map based on their understanding. This is one kind of strategy. The students' resource. This is the most unused resource in teaching today is learners. Allow them and use the resources of students. Learners can teach each other and help their peers and themselves to achieve more in learning. By giving learners responsibility, it can promote higher learning outcomes. By giving learners responsibility, it promotes higher learning outcomes. We use the students' resource. In our class, some few students have more resource than us, than the teacher. We can use them. The next strategy is collaborative writing. Give a topic to them and allow the group of learners to write the answers or solve the problem of the solutions. Give their ideas and thoughts about what they understand, what they feel. So collaborative writing. The whole group write the answers on a topic. This is another method. Peer teaching. Teaching. It's a famous and powerful method. I teach you, then you teach me. In the traditional method, peer teaching, we can follow that peer method, peer tutoring. Peer teaching is the process by which a competent learner with minimal training and with a facilitator's guidance help one or more students at the same grade level learn a concept or skill. They discuss, the learners discuss, group study. They will discuss each one, teach one, teach to others. I teach you, then you teach me. That is the concept of peer teaching. The last 10th strategy is team quizzes. We know the quiz techniques, team quizzes. We divide the learners into team, and help of the students review is highly interactive exam preparation strategy. So nowadays all the competitive exams is like a quiz method only, multiple choice questions. Allow them, the students, to prepare quizzes or multiple choice questions, and we can conduct the quiz. So powerful and rewarded preparation from both the teacher and the students. These are the methods of active learning strategies. And some are the ways to learn. We have more way to learn. We have the more ways to learn. Learn by trial and error. Learn by dramatization, by acting it out. Learn by grouping, categorizing and clarifying. Learn by forming concepts based on evidence and reason. Creating conceptual maps of relationship among items or ideas. Picturing by seeing and recalling things that are. Visualizing method by imagine things that might be. Thinking metaphorically. Link the known to unknown about ideas by connecting them to what you already know. From failure, learn from failure how not to fail. From success, how to succeed. Learn from stimulations, learn by taking a job that requires the performance you seek. Learn by thinking of yourself, forming options, reaching conclusions. Insight learning, that is intuitively discover what you know intensively. Learn by competing with others. Learn by playing spontaneously or in games. Learn from observing yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. Learn by striving to achieve an ambitious goal. Learn from reflection and contemplation in solitude. Learn from travel to new places, meet the new places, people, new activities. Learn by doing what has moral values, for example, helping others. Learn by being told through lessons, lectures, presentations. Learn by being shown from example, demonstration and models. Learn from online or distance education course. Learn by observing intensely. Learn by studying books or other print resources, by asking someone what you want to know, searching the internet, imitating a skilled performance, practicing repeatedly, especially coached practice. Learn by mentally rehearsing, seeking direct experiences, conducting an experiment, taking action in the field by doing it. learn by working cooperatively with others as a team, learn by teaching someone else, learn by teaching yourselves, learn by studying media resources, social media, digital media, multimedia, so many resource medias are there. Learn by preparing a public presentation, learn by working or studying with a mentor. So these are the many n number of ways are there we can learn. Advantages of active learning. It increases the students' learning interest, motivation, involvement. They get allow students to express ideas and opinions, practice their skills, improve group work dynamic, or recognize a variety of learning styles, and encourage the students to own style learning. So these are the advantages of learning method, active learning methods. So we have the concluding session, concluding the part of this session. To have an active learning experience, the use of technology tools and multimedia helps enhance the atmosphere of the classroom. So it helps the atmosphere, positive atmosphere. Through the learning experience, active learning experience, we create the atmosphere, learning environment. Each student actively engages in the learning process. Each and every student in the classroom actively participates. Using movies or game or conducting any activities, the teacher can make the experience more effective. While conducting, when we conduct that activity, first the teacher have more knowledge and experience about that activity. Then only they can conduct that activity among the students. Take home message. Create learning situations. Create learning situations in our class. Involve all the students in our activity. Be a learning partner. First, we are the learner. We have that mentality. We are the learner. We don't think about as a teacher, we are the teacher. So we don't participate. That don't like do like that. Be a learning partner among the students. We actively participate among them and energize the learning environment through active learning methods. We also actively participate among the learners, then only they also do that activity. Create learning situations, involve students, be a learning partner, and energize the learning environment through active learning methods. Teachers who are capable of making the class interesting never have classroom disturbance. When we create a respectable image or capable of making the class interesting, when our class is interesting, the students will never disturb our class. They actively participate. ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டடாக நம்ம கிளாஸஸ் கவனிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருவாங்க. First we create the image. The class will more effective. Interest. The class will more interest. Give interest to you. You will definitely learn new things. First we create that image to among the students. Then only we conduct that activity. We follow the concept. My students, the students, we think our teacher, that concept, we follow that concept. My students, our teacher, that concept, we follow that. Then only that method will be effective. Be a vibrant and champion teacher. All the best to you all. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you so much.